But right before we walk away, this old man opens the door holding this massive machete, and then we're like, we're missionaries! And he puts away his machete and it's like, oh, come in, come in.
One of the local church members of our conference that we were in, Jim Mutari, his full-time job was a tailor, so he makes clothes for a living. He tailor-made this one for me, and so I got it for pretty cheap too. So it was, yeah.
Every day the pastor would drop me off at her house, and he would like pull up to her house and beep the horn and call her name, and she would come out and get me. And that was difficult because she spoke Spanish and I spoke English, so I was like on my phone using the app.
My biggest barrier to going was money.
Well, what happened was I had not fundraised very much at all.
I barely like to speak in my classes, so to be up front in front of a church, that was really, really terrifying.
I did not have 18 feet to my name at all, like not even close, embarrassingly far.
It didn't get really real until the night before, preparing my sermon for the next day, and I had never preached or ever used the translator. It was my first time and I was super nervous.
I was extremely nervous.
Well, I was pretty nervous.
Especially because I was public speaking, and I've always been really terrified of public speaking.
I did know I was supposed to preach.
Okay, you did. Okay,
I did
because
know I was
like we
supposed
have
to
people
preach.
that were like, I didn't know we had to preach.
What?
Yeah, what? Anyways.
So when I went to the interview, that's when I was really shocked when he said that it would be preaching. I'm like, preaching?
Problem.
No, preaching and stuff, like for me, like I had that I wasn't nervous about. What I wasn't nervous about is going to a church, being in a brand new place I had never been before. You know, how are they going to perceive me as an American, like, you know, white guy who doesn't know any their language.
Different culture, different language. They spoke Spanish, I speak English, so.
Yeah, I had a translator. His name was Chiriga, and he was awesome. Like probably the best translator I could have gotten. When you preach in Zimbabwe, like you have to be super animated. So, and that was my forte. Like I love that. Like when I preach, I'm like good to go. And this guy was like,
all their non-refundable donations to my trip, so I was able to go.
Whoa.
So I guess God really wanted me in Peru.
like if money is your barrier, you know, man, don't even think that, because the Bible says that God owns all the cattle on the hill. So God is the richest person ever. So, and if you're friends with him, he's got you.
The only thing that really kept me going was praying. Like every night I prayed, Lord, please, if I can speak to one person, then I've done what you want me to do.
Why should anyone go on this mission trip? Well, when I gave my testimony at ERC in Bahamas, what a lot of people my age told me was, wow, I wish I wasn't lazy like you. I wish I actually worked through the problems or beefs I have with religion.
Maybe God has always been this book on the shelf that you sometimes come back to, you know, or he's like a box under your bed.
Oh, okay, I'll get up in the morning, like do my own little thing, and then say a quick prayer, and like that's all I need for the day.
The thing with ERC is this: if you sign up to go on an ERC trip, you will have to work out those issues, and it really makes you understand what you believe a lot better.
So yeah, it's definitely an experience that you won't have until you go. So I encourage everybody to go and be blessed.
If someone was thinking about going, my advice would be to go and taste and see that the Lord is good.